Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show. We are here for 5 more shows, so it is going to be amazing. Yes. They're going to be great. They're the Fabulous 5 shows. They'll be the Fabulous 4 shows as well on the next week, because I can't think of any other name but Fabulous. But they're going to be awesome. We got our normal Thursday crew in -1.
-1.
Yes. We are missing one Lenny Remo.
Lenny's in Vegas.
So those of you that tuned in for the complete liberal perspective on every question in trivia, you're going to have to make up your own answer this week.
So sorry.
Yep, just guess the wrong thing and you'll be fine.
Put the liberal answer in the comments as we ignore the boomer that didn't turn the sound off.
I might give points for liberal answers. Best liberal answer. We should have a tile left around here somewhere. Did you buy the tiles too, Blevins? No, we got a tile.
We got one.
So we get a really good liberal answer, we might give away a tile. It's a first place tile too. So yes.
My money's going on Blake on that one.
I have given away some amazing tiles that I did not own.
Yeah, you did.
But now Troy owns them, so it's even better to give them away.
It's even better.
Yes, it's even better to give them. Didn't you say get this stuff out of here?
Each tile you give away is one lunch.
Yes,
so right now you owe me 4 lunches.
I think you owe me, and I think the Reds and the Braves play like in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Week and a half, 2 weeks, we're going to play. So
that's the only one I won last year, I think.
I think you got, well, no.
We won football.
You won football. You won 2.
Yeah.
You won 2. You 100% got 2 of them. So, yeah. So. It's been a good run, man. It's been a good run. Then you called today to take me to soup, and I just was unavailable.
Yeah. So I counted that against you.
Soup is not a meal.
A no is a meal.
Wait, hold on. Then would you count ramen as a meal then?
Oh yeah, 100% ramen's a meal.
All right.
I think ramen's more of a meal than soup is a meal.
Yeah,
ramen has protein.
It's got carbs. It's got protein.
It's surprisingly
If it's chicken soup, it's got protein in it.
Well, the noodles itself are mostly egg.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Protein.
They're not always good for you either. All right, let's make some money for this show.
Okay, fine.
We got a few bills to pay here, and somebody's got bills to pay coming up at the first, so we got to help them out. All right, Moultrie Creek Diner and Anastasia Diner. These neighborhood diners are more than just a place to eat. They are where hospitality blooms and friends gather. Bring your own friends or make new ones. The coffee is always hot, the smiles are genuine, and the food tastes like home. Every meal is a chance to make memories, share stories, and create bonds that last a lifetime. It's not just about the food on the plate, but the community that comes together at the table. Come see us at Moultrie Creek Diner or Anastasia Diner and tell them Andy sent you.
Absolutely. Solar Stick, they were established in 2006. They are a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing. Opening their doors in 2006, Brightway Insurance, the Casey agency, has proudly stood by their customers through hurricanes, major floods, hail, and fires. Through these events, the agency has become a much-needed insurance resource in times of trouble and hardship. Honesty and integrity are the pillars of our core values, says owner Ashley Casey. They pride themselves on being insurance experts while developing strategies that help their clients meet their insurance needs. They truly enjoy the relationships they have forged with you, St. Augustine. So for all your insurance needs, Brightway Insurance, the Casey agency.
All right, and Land Title of America, whether you realize it or not, when you refinance the sale or purchase of a home, there is a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company who doesn't give a crap when you're faced with challenges. Stay local and choose Land Title of America. Just call or text Stephen Collins, 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, ensuring America's land one title at a time because
they give a crap.
Lenny always carries you guys. I just want you to know that Lenny always carries you guys.
That's our second to last give a crap.
I know. Yeah. We're only going to give a crap one more time. We're going to give a crap one more time.
Not mine.
No.
Not Lenny's last time.
It's been an amazing week. Congratulations on buying the 904 now.
Yeah. No, it's been a lot of fun.
You crazy man here.
Yeah, because at my age, what should you do? You should start over.
Yes,
so
100%.
Yeah, so
as often as possible.
Yeah, that's what I thought would be a good plan. Yeah. So, but we're carrying on your time slot.
I'm very happy about that.
You will still be alive in the studio, even though you won't be in the studio.
I fully expect to be made fun of, just like I was on the morning show.
Yeah, no. We're thinking about a segment for Khaki Corner.
Khaki Corner,
as
I love
a
it.
tribute.
Would Mike wear these khakis? That's going to get awful boring and drab pretty
tribute to
quick.
Mike.
Just want to warn you.
A tribute to Mike and Khaki Corner.
Khaki Corner.
So there's still a way you can live on in this studio.
I will live on somewhere in the studio.
And amazing sponsors that you and I brought together years ago are still staying with the time slot. Many of them are. And just I'm so appreciative of all those guys having confidence in us.
I talked to Ashley Casey today. He was at Solomon Services, and I said, you've been one of the OGs. You were one of the original guys, and just I just really appreciate that. And I heard you're staying with Troy, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, wonderful guy. I mean, he has an amazing business, and just really as. A lot of these businesses, when we started, they were kind of small, and they bloomed as we bloomed, and it's kind of makes it really cool. So,
I think it's awesome. Yeah, I think it's really, really good. Speaking of awesome, we have a Bozard Ford community update. I guess what is this?
This is going to be the Bozard Ford Studio.
So we're Bozard Ford community update from the Bozard Ford studio. And we're going to do an update. So Task Force Hydro 1, May 3rd. They are having their paddle from Aunt Kate's up to Hannah Park in Jacksonville. Mana's got all the information. They were on here yesterday. Some of their paddlers need some help getting donations. So I'm going to go on and donate some money to one of them. I'll just pick one randomly. Ricky might tell me which one. I'll figure out which guy needs help. But yeah, we just got to get them a little more help. It's a big fundraiser for them. It's a big paddle for them. It's absolutely awesome and amazing. And they're wonderful people. Ricky was great.
53% of their goal to put on this event. So they need help. They need donations. I'll put the links in the comments.
Yeah. So we'll keep pumping that. And then, Troy, if you're nice, you'll do it in the morning show too.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. These guys are awesome. They're amazingly good people, and love working with them. Love what they do for veterans. Yeah. They're really, really good. If you got something to do with the morning show, you could help.
I'm not there every day.
Oh.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So, not yet.
Couldn't get the every day in the contract negotiations?
Well, I actually was trying to give her a little bit of a breather.
Yeah.
And, my begging and groveling, really kind of kicked in May.
She texted me and said, did Troy cry all the time when you guys had disagreements? And I said, yeah, when I won. Every time I won, he cried.
So I didn't cry much.
Yeah. You're okay.
As soon as I said that, I knew where you were going. I was like, if he doesn't hit that, I'm going to be really disappointed, because I just kind of underhanded lobbed that one at you. So yes. Yeah, no, really, really cool. Glad that you guys are. And Blake, you got a promotion.
Yes, I did.
What are you now? What is your new name at the studio?
Well, but it's still Blake Blevins. So,
yeah, I understand that.
But
you have a new title.
But my official title right now is Director of Operations.
You're the DO.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Director of Operations. I think that's awesome. So how's everything operating?
Everything's operating smoothly right now. The transition's still ongoing right now. So, but we'll keep chipping away at it. Then they're gonna make this run smoothly as possible.
Have you purged all of Pete's passwords, which are usually 1, 2, 3, 4?
No, we're keeping them simple.
We're keeping them simple.
I don't know anybody who kept it more simple than Pete. So
probably my mom.
Yeah, I'm right there with you too. So we got a billboard coming. So
awesome.
So Amanda's going to be billboard famous. So,
honestly, that was part of the reason why I almost said no.
Is this? Are you guys telling people to go north too? I mean, I just want to.
No, we're not.
Okay. I know I'm not your cup of tea, but
I mean, you guys.
My dad's not wearing the wig. My dad's not wearing a wig, so don't worry about that. We're not going to tell people to go home.
Turn around. I think that's what it said. I think it said turn around.
Turn around.
Welcome to Florida. Now turn around and go home.
Yeah.
It was a great billboard.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
No, we're going to be doing the news.
Ricky, you want to know what size shirt? Ricky, a large.
Okay.
Yes.
I was going to put it in the comments, but I didn't want to speak for you.
No, it's a large. It's okay. It's all right. It's not an extra large, so I'm happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
I am an extra large. I mean, we're dealing with it.
No. Blake is a medium.
I wish.
Oh, what a laugh. I've not seen him belly laugh in a long time.
Thumbnail material.
Yeah.
Mark the time.
I
509.
wish.
I used to be a schmedium. I'm no longer there either.
No, your dad
Yeah.
bod has got you.
Yeah.
Your dad bod has 100% got you. Anything that you guys are making major changes to the 904 now?
No major changes. I mean, it'll be Amanda and I in the studio in the morning, and Lenny and I in the studio at night. Pete and Ricky are gonna be doing some things off and on throughout the day. So we're kind of still looking for different content, but we got to get settled first, and then we'll be looking for people to come in and do other shows and take ideas and stuff like that. Rebecca's doing her project is the Campulance.
The Campulance?
Yeah, so she's turning that ambulance into a camper, and she got the domain for Campulance USA.
Oh, cool.
So that project we're excited about, and so that'll be popping
You're going to
in.
be scrolling one morning and see Campulance, and I'm going to go, I can only be one person here posting.
Yeah. So so we're excited about that. There's a lot of fun stuff out there. Blake's going to be kind of the studio manager and in charge of the day-to-day stuff, and I'm going to be doing 9 shows a week instead of 7.
I think that's awesome for you.
Yeah.
It will keep you out of trouble.
Well, I don't know about that.
I was hopeful.
Yeah.
I was so hopeful for you.
I don't know about that.
I just
but
wanted to be hopeful for
we'll
you.
see how it works out.
Yeah.
No, but I'm real excited. It's amazing, the sponsors and the confidence. You and I talked about how great our sponsors were. Like when we first, from the very get go. I mean, the Solar Sticks, the POW Heating Air, Ashley with Brightway. A lot of those guys are, from the very start.
A to Z was almost right there at the beginning.
They were almost at the beginning. And
there's some great. I mean, that's the thing. We never lost money at this, which is kind of really amazing for doing a completely different venture from what you've ever done, and still managed to be able to kind of. But we were always, we didn't buy flashy things. We weren't like Pete. We couldn't afford sunglasses, so we never bought those. So yeah, we just couldn't afford sunglasses.
We kept it practical.
We kept it very practical. We did. Yes. It's the only way to go.
Yeah, because what I'm known for is being practical.
Yeah,
like buying a company at 57 years old.
That's it. I think that's wonderful for you.
Yeah.
So happy for you.
Yeah.
For you. For you.
Look,
and
my
you.
goal is for you to leave the studio a lot of nights and go, I don't see Mike's truck here. That's my goal. If you leave the studio and my truck is still here after this, I did not achieve my goal.
When I first started talking about buying it, I was trying to recruit you.
Yes.
And each conversation, you got further away. So
I was doing the Grover near and far.
Yeah.
And as you talked, I kept getting farther away.
No, you did far and farther.
Yes, I did.
So
I was like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Backing into the hedge.
Into the hedge.
It was
like I saw you, and then you weren't in the. I could see a little bit. You were kind of in the conversation.
I want you guys to be incredibly successful. I think it's going to be amazing. I think there's a lot of people in this community that depend on the 904 now for their news, because we don't have a local newspaper. So I think that's phenomenal. And on this other side, I want Davey to do really well with what he's doing. Right. I think I just want everyone to go out there and knock it out of the park, so people in the community have a place to go get local news.
Yeah, and I know the morning crew is going to fall in love with Amanda, just like the evening group has, and I just felt like that was the perfect fit. So
she's been carrying me for 2 years.
Oh, we know. Oh no, we know.
Carrying me for 2 years.
She's the only reason we watch.
Yes, I know.
So,
people are like, Amanda, when are you naming the show after you? I mean,
yeah.
See, we even have producer Amanda up there.
I love that joke became a whole thing.
Hey, you're welcome for that, by the way.
Know. Thank you very much, sir.
I like the tape, the piece of tape that he put with it. Yeah. I think that's what adds to it.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
So I was going back and I was counting the number of shows that I had done with you, because we were talking about it, and I found the episode where I had covered for you on like a bajillion trips, and that's where the cardboard joke came from.
Yes.
And you were filling in for me because I had to go out of town suddenly, and you're like, got the cardboard thing, you're throwing it to the side, and then it became permanent.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I
The
think the
tape-
cardboard thing was cool.
We only had like 2 pieces of tape in the whole studio, so once it wore out, it was done.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
in Pete's defense, he bought a whole roll, and most of it kept his car running for a year. So, I mean, he kept
And
the
now he's
parts
got a
on
nice
pieces.
car.
Now he's got a nice car.
Yeah.
So.
Now, wasn't I in studio when the cardboard originally fell off the TV? I was like,
Yes.
I think it was with like Marineland. I remember
Yeah.
that. I was like,
I think so.
oh,
I had it
fell.
on the computer at first, and then I put it on the TV, and then I figured that it got made into the image because Pete was afraid I was going to break his TV pushing the tape on.
yeah.
I know. And we're going to miss this segment from our show.
Yeah, the
We're
trivia.
100% going to miss this segment, which is Would Troy Wear It?
Oh, would Troy wear it?
I
Oh,
know. Would
gosh.
Troy wear it? So
Yep.
we might have to do Would Troy Wear It one more time.
One last time.
For good old times. So, Troy, we need you to let us know,
Okay.
would you wear...
All right,
This.
shout out to the 70s flashback page number 2 on Facebook because they showed me this,
Okay.
and I went on a deep dive for like an hour and a half.
All right, I got to look because I can't
Yep.
really see. It looks
So-
like something I wouldn't wear.
These
oh,
are
no,
pajamas.
no. You're 100% wearing that.
These are pajamas.
Okay. Yeah, I wear those.
And
Oh
I
my.
wear pretty much anything as
So-
pajamas.
Yes.
Davey and I, on one of our final shows together, we went through and we polled the audience, and the audience all voted. So this is what the audience voted. So you said you would wear it. The audience voted no on the pajamas, but yes on the fabric that you would wear.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was.
Yeah.
I will walk out of my own house, just go, bye, Dad. Nope. I
My
don't
own low rent house that I don't have to pay a lot for.
'Cause my pajamas usually don't stay on throughout the
Yeah.
night. So, yeah, I pretty much wear anything
Hot
as
flashes will get
pajamas.
you, old man.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
All right, this one has a nickname. So this was another. It's called the shirt suit. I called it the vagina shirt because that's what it looks like. It
Okay,
looks like
turn towards me again.
a vagina on the shirt.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm wearing that. I gotta say, there's a lot of things I'll let Troy wear just to see what
Nope.
people say.
Oh,
but
my.
I wouldn't let you out of the house in that either.
If the audience votes yes on this,
The Arby special.
I'm gonna be a little bit emotionally scarred.
All right, here we go.
What was the vote?
Fully no.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh, they like you.
All right. I don't think they like me, but
They
they hate
really
that
like
outfit.
you.
I believe that you have better taste than the
Yes.
vagina shirt. All right.
Yeah.
So this is the next one.
Mm.
Famous inspiration. We've got the Osmonds.
We both
What do you
had
think?
one of those suits as a kid growing up. I'm going to
It's
promise
a
you
little,
that.
little bit of leisure,
I've already worn
Yeah.
a
that.
little bit of country, a little bit of
Lot
rock
of
and
plaid.
roll.
My mom bought that and thought that would look really good for
Yeah.
fourth
For Easter?
grade. Yeah, I was like, that is not a good
That's
look.
a lot of polyester, and I've never
Oh,
shied
my.
away from polyester, so
No.
that's a yes.
All right,
No.
that's a yes. All right,
No.
let's see what the audience said.
Oh my god.
Yes on plaid suits.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
We
a
didn't
yes.
even vote on the solid suits because why bother?
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got pink overalls
Okay.
with or without the shirt, but pink overalls.
Yeah, well, that's a solid yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
100%,
That's clearly
100%
in
yes.
October.
So my thing
Pink
was,
up the
yeah,
pace outfit.
Yeah,
that's
oh, that-
exactly
yes.
what I said. I
Yes.
said you would totally wear that to pink up the face.
I would wear that. I
nailed
would
it.
wear that and walk pink up the pace.
All right, let's
But
see
I
what the
won't
audience
dye
said.
my beard again.
Yes.
No.
The audience
No,
said
no,
yes.
no. That was awful. You had a rough time with
Oh,
that.
it was terrible. I mean, it was weeks before I could get the dye out. And
Did
then
you do
I
actual dye or hair chalk?
I did hair. I did the hair.
Like manic panic hair dye?
Yeah, whatever it was supposed to wash out hair dye. It was a liquid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know, in the future, if you want to do it, there's something called hair chalk,
Mhm.
and it doesn't affect your hair follicle at all.
Mhm.
It just
I
sticks
don't
on
think-
there.
Wait, he doesn't have those anymore.
I don't
does
have
on
any
his
up here.
face.
I don't have any up here. But yeah, no, I would wear that for
Yeah.
sure.
No,
I would
Yeah.
actually seek that out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
figured.
Yeah.
for next pink up the pace, I might seek that out
Yeah.
just for that.
But that just like curiosity, which was worse, the pink dye in your beard or getting pied in the face multiple times?
Pie in the face, without a doubt.
No, that
Pie
was
in
a
the face.
horrible idea.
It curdled in my beard. It was awful.
That was a
No,
horrible
no one. I didn't learn the shaving cream
Yeah.
trick until after I had like 40
Pies in the
actual
face,
cream
yeah.
pies in my face.
Yeah.
Shaving cream will
Okay,
burn
that
your
was
eyes
really-
because of those fragrances.
Yeah.
Let's move on really quick
All right.
past that.
All right, here's the next one. Another set
Sorry.
of pajamas.
Oh,
Okay, I gotta look. That looks like
I
a
figured-
robe. I gotta look
yeah,
at this one.
These are
Oh,
robes.
yeah,
There's
that-
pajamas unders.
that's the Jacob robe
We said
from
Yeah.
Jacob got
Oh,
sold
no.
to Egypt.
We
Yeah,
said
that's what that
fruit
robe.
stripes robe 100% you would wear. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the other one looks like a banana.
Yeah.
So I would definitely lean into the
The fruit stripes.
yeah.
Fruit stripes gum.
What's the gum with the zebra on it?
stripe.
Yeah, it's fruit
Is it-
stripes.
Is it just
Yeah.
fruit stripe?
Yep.
Okay.
Fruit chicken. But
All right.
I really thought
Audience
it was,
said
I like
yes
biblical.
on striped robe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
All right, next up. So we were looking more at the orange sweater
Mhm.
with the hat more than the yellow sweater.
I'm gonna go no.
So what do we
I'm,
think?
I'm gonna go no. Even though it's orange and that's the color of the
That hat's
Miami
horrible.
Hurricanes.
That's no.
Yeah,
That's a
he's
no.
not wearing that hat.
All
Yeah.
right.
That is horrible.
Audience said no on the orange. It was split on yellow though.
Yeah.
Maybe yellow.
Maybe. Nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. So,
Although I did say that I could see Rebecca in either one of the
yeah.
sweaters.
Yeah.
Not so much you, but I could see
Yeah.
Rebecca.
I don't.
Mm-mm.
I'm pretty much a no. I think on both.
Yeah. All right. All right. Here's a great one. Keyhole fashion for men. What do we think about the
Fashion for men. All right.
little peekaboo furry chest experience?
That was in the 1970s. That was an entire 1970s
exactly.
thing.
This
Yeah.
is from the 70s
Yeah,
flashback page number
was.
2.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
mean,
so
I would go
glad
with the
that
shirt
people-
if that other one and just showed a little bit, but that,
That's too big.
yeah, that's a little too much. That's a hairy bow tie.
So it kind of reminds me of the
A hairy
toilet seat
fat
covers.
Mhm.
Huh?
You know the toilet seat covers, and
Yeah.
then the little flap falls in. That looks like the hole from the flap. All right,
I
let's see
can
what
see
the
that.
audience said.
Yeah.
No,
They said no.
No.
Right.
Audience
okay.
said no.
All right.
No.
they have faith in you. Here's
Yeah.
the coup de
They're
grace,
doing good.
the zebra jacket.
I'm
Even-
going
even
yes.
just- even just
I'm
saying
going yes.
Oh.
That's a solid yes.
Both that and the denim or the denim suit they're both solid yeses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Canadian tuxedo is a yes for
Yeah,
you.
they're both solid.
I
mean,
said to the right event, you would definitely wear this zebra
Oh, yeah.
jacket, but I can't
Yeah.
remember what the audience said. Let's say.
Did you have a
if I
denim
was-
suit back in the
The
day?
audience said
I did
no
not.
to the zebra. Maybe if it was cheetah or alligator.
It would probably lean. That's actually a good good analogy. Probably less cheetah, more alligator. But I think I would say yes to the zebra at the
Yeah?
like you said at the right,
right
event.
event?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
I'd.
made
I don't think
that
I'd
case.
wear it as an MC to PETA or anything. But you know,
Well, as long as it's faux.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was our Would Troy Wear It segment.
I think
hope-
they did pretty good.
Yeah,
You did good.
I think the audience nailed it pretty good. So
Yeah.
Right.
Right
I got to give a shout out. Change gears completely. I got to give a good shout. Melissa Robshaw's funeral
Oh,
was
yeah.
today. Right, Melissa Robshaw Connor, and her funeral's today. Packed house at the cathedral. It was just amazing. It was an old St. Augustine funeral. A lot of great families there. The family met everyone that wanted to talk to him afterwards on the west side of the cathedral. And I walked out and I felt like I was at a St. Joe graduation mass. I mean, it was just, you could have thrown a rock and hit somebody that graduated from St. Joe in that crowd. And so it was awesome. It was great to see them. Timmy Jr., little Timmy, did a phenomenal job speaking today.
He's
His
just
mom's funeral just was awesome. So,
he's just a wonderful man. I
Yep.
mean, you know, we've known him since he was, tiny guy.
yeah.
And just he's turned into a wonderful man. He's working at the Parks and Rec department as their project manager and just crushing it. And they got a lot of big stuff coming over there, so they're trusting him with a lot of things. And he's the right guy. So a lot of love to that family.
Yes.
Just a wonderful family.
Awesome family. Yep. Got to see all the Melissa's siblings were there. It was great to see that. So, yeah, it was really, really good. Well done. Father Tom, I got to come down and do the service. He's no longer at the cathedral, but Father John Tetlow allowed him to come in and do the service, which was really good. And Father Tom does such a great job with the St. Aug. I mean, he grew up with that entire group, so he knows everybody. And
Yeah,
he
probably
great stories.
christened all the Connors probably.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
in the day.
So yeah, shout out to them. Sorry for the loss of Melissa. Wonderful, wonderful person.
Yeah.
Just a really, really good, and then lots of good stories about her. So yes. So yeah, so I wanted to make sure we got that in because we all know.
No, and thank
The
you for
entire
bringing
thing.
it up.
Yeah. So yes. All right. Silly stories of the week. Do you guys have silly stories of the week, stupid stories of the week, stuff that you're like, I can't believe that story got out there this week? I mean, I was going to start with Troy bought the 904 now, but we already kind of covered that. So
That was the one I had.
yeah.
I can't believe he did that.
Blake's was, I can't believe he made me director of operations.
Poor Blake.
All right, so on a more
I'm good.
serious, non-serious note, do you have a story of the week that shot? This is just the stupidest thing.
Ooh,
that
I
saw.
do.
I got to lean into the DeSantis thing because I think there's still more to come with that. And
Is this about the Casey DeSantis?
Casey and donating money to a foundation.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm looking at it from the 30,000 feet right now. I don't know a whole lot of details, but to me, it sounds like they're not necessarily attacking him. They're trying to sabotage her for future runs.
Oh, I think they're trying to peg him too.
Yeah.
Because you probably had people in the state of Florida that backed him. You had people that backed Trump a year or so ago, right? And so there's still some infighting going on from that.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the DeSantis crew, you got a Trump crew, and then you got people that just don't want to see him be able to run for something in Florida because they want to run for it. So they're behind the scenes pushing this story, and that's the way ugly politics works. Is there's a whole bunch of things that you don't see right now, and they're like, well, if I can get rid of DeSantis, I can run for something down the road. So
yeah, well, and I think his window. I mean, I don't see him running for president again. I think he's not really that right guy. But I do see him possibly running as senator, like do what Bob Graham did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bob Graham was governor and then went to senator, and what Rick Scott did, he was governor and then went to senator.
Yes.
So I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see him running for president again. I don't see it.
Well, and it's kind of in politics. You get to be governors, 1 of 50, but then where do you go from there? And a lot of them try to get to be president. Some do go back and become senators, right? Congressman. He's never going back to that. Once you've done that, you don't really want to go back to that grind. I think he was the right man at the right time for Florida during COVID. Did an absolutely phenomenal job of shepherding the state through that. And I wish that he had just kind of gotten on the Trump train rather than running against Trump. That's my only. I think if he done that, I think he finishes out the governorship and then gets a really plum job in the Trump administration.
Yeah, no, I think he would have been sitting, or as soon as Trump got in, because he kind of declared. DeSantis kind of declared early once Trump got in, he had been like, all right, I'll give way to that.
And Josh has a comment about Byron Donalds. I love Byron Donalds. I think Byron Donalds I've enjoyed watching him. I've got a family member who lives down in the area where Byron is from. And he's been a huge Byron fan for a long time. And sent him a clip. There was an event, a town hall where somebody was screaming at him about the Palestinians. And he just said, that's great. You can keep screaming and interrupting everybody else's time in here and try to take that. We're not going to let you do that. You're not going to take over this event. And the other is, why don't you ask the Hamas when they're going to hold another election? Because they won once and then kicked the Palestinian Authority out and haven't held another election.
They haven't held another
one. But you don't have a problem with that. I mean, he gave a really good answer, and eventually they escorted the screaming woman out, which is, I don't know why you ever think that's going to get you good.
It's almost
good
sad
thoughts.
that like people put themselves in that position, and then they go, "Oh, I didn't know that," but they're already in there screaming about it, and then they find out the real facts about what they're screaming about, and then they're like, "Oh, wait, that's not what I was screaming about. I was screaming about what they told me in the headlines on CNN." Yeah. So, no, I think this is more of a kind of a block on Casey. That's the name, right?
Yeah, Casey.
Didn't you read numbers this morning, Amanda, that she's actually ahead of?
Yeah, Pete had read the numbers. Yeah, she is just a little ahead of Byron Donalds in the polls that were reported this morning.
Yeah.
Now you got to stop that.
Yeah.
You got to stop listening to Amanda. Because if you can re-say what she said, she's not used to that working with me.
Yeah.
Because I have ignored her for 2 solid years, and you do that, and she's going to get a big ego.
That's why I'm a better sidekick. See, you think you're in charge because your name's on top. When I sit down, I know I'm not in charge.
You're just hoping somebody tells you what to do.
That's exactly
You
what
like to come up with what to do.
That is the job of a sidekick.
Yes. Oh, no. Yeah, don't encourage her, though.
Yeah.
And watch out. She's wicked good on sports betting.
Oh,
wicked good on sports betting.
I've seen during the trivia how intense she is when it comes to the sports balls.
Yes. The draft is tonight. Blake, you got an update for us on the Jaguars?
He's watching it. That's why he's so quiet.
Yeah,
It hasn't started yet.
It hasn't started.
So it hasn't started yet. The first one starts tonight at 8. So the big.
I thought it was 7. Is it really 8? I thought it was.
But thankfully though, Roger Goodell is a huge fan of bollocks.
He is a huge fan. And you guys would get him to watch your show. I don't want him watching my
He's
show.
actually easy to influence.
Yeah.
So
Indeed. Yeah, but definitely though, my main concern at this point is basically two things. One, who I think right now the guaranteed number 1 overall pick is probably going to be Miami's Cam Ward. So congratulations, Dad.
yeah, well, it's not congratulations. That means I can't beat Ohio State with him this year.
I know.
And he's not going to the Dolphins. So
Yeah, but he's going to Tennessee.
yeah, the Titans.
So he'll be a thorn in Jaguar's side.
Yes, he will be.
Yeah.
But then also my main concern as a Steelers fan is who are we going to be drafting because right now our number 1 quarterback is Mason Rudolph, a primary backup quarterback that didn't have really the best numbers when he was with us and then with Tennessee.
But he plays really good on New Year's Eve.
He does.
On Christmas Eve.
He does.
Sorry, that joke would have been better if I nailed it the first time.
Yeah. He
Reminded me of me.
he definitely did play well.
I
but
looked at you is what threw me off.
yeah, but definitely so definitely my main concern is like who's going to be the quarterback says that's going to be after Cam Ward and will they fall to number 21, where the Steelers at?
Where? No, they're not going to fall down that far. Where are the Jaguars at? I know they're like 5th or 6th, right?
Let me check the draft order.
But there's a lot of stories that were going around that the Jags were going to trade down with somebody, and then there was a story going around that the Jags were going to trade up the number 2. So
the big thing I've been hearing is actually the Bears might be taking the Jags pick.
I've heard that
because they might want to get Ashton Genty, the running back from Boise State.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jags have have the 5th pick right now. Then so Dolphins have the 13th pick.
Yeah, we're probably going for a defensive back.
Yeah,
I think that's our biggest. We either need an offensive lineman or a defensive back. So
yeah. So
I'll be asleep before they get halfway through the first round. I just want y'all to know that.
actually, we just hope you make it through the show.
It's questionable. It's a questionable thing at this point in time. This whole sleeping in public law has got me a little worried.
I know. No,
Got me really worried.
as soon as I read it, I was like, Mike's in trouble.
I can't be out after dark
We have several pictures of you sleeping in public.
Dude.
Is that the one that's going to hurt tourism?
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
Look, if
that's
I
not the one.
can save
I
the
wish that
city
was
by
only-
falling asleep somewhere and I get a picture and it goes up on a billboard, I'll be more than happy to sacrifice my reputation to save the city from tourists.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm okay.
You're a giver, Mike.
I am. I'm just always looking at
I have a great picture of you completely relaxed in the city of Savannah.
I remember that picture.
As people are walking down the street, and we didn't even drink that. I mean,
No,
we
we were
drank
not.
a little bit, but we weren't drinking.
It wasn't a drinking thing. It was
No.
a tired thing.
Yeah, it was 8:15.
I was tired.
So
Yeah, I was dead tired. We have been watching
Sunset?
There's a show on Amazon, Black Snow. So it's getting ready to drop the second
about Yellow
season.
Snow? I haven't heard about
No,
that.
don't go there.
yeah,
Yes.
don't eat it.
So the guy that is the star in Vikings from the first couple season who played Ragnar,
Oh yeah.
and then he was also in Dune Prophecy. He is a detective on cold cases, and this is a 25-year-old cold case in Australia. And it's only 6 episodes, but it's been pretty good.
Yeah, he was great as Ragnar.
Yeah,
So,
he was really, really good.
So.
And I thought he was pretty good in Dune Prophecy, and I thought that was kind of a weird one, but I thought he did a good job.
yeah, I'm not sure which one that is. I think
It's
I've seen most of the Dune ones.
It's a prequel that's completely made up. It has nothing to do with
No.
Frank Herbert or the thing. It's they would go, okay,
thing.
let's do a series that's 10,000 years in the past.
It doesn't have Spider-Man's girlfriend in it.
Yeah, she
No.
does make an appearance.
Oh, does she?
Yes, and then Spider-Man comes in and saves her with Doc Strange, and then they leave.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's how that goes. Yeah.
actually now
The little circle thingies.
Spider-Man's fiance.
Oh,
They're getting married.
They're getting
They're
married.
engaged.
Yeah, So,
Yep.
so I think on you ever watch Graham Norton talk show?
On occasion.
On
It's-
occasion, when I get lost on the channel,
the reels.
yeah, it's like
The
what?
two of them were on there, and she's taller than Tom is, and they were joking about like they were doing this stunt where he was supposed to land and like her feet hit the ground first.
Yes,
And it ended
She
up
was-
her holding
Yeah.
him, and the stunt is like, oh, I'm supposed to be the superhero. So,
No, I think it says it. Anybody going to the Marvel movie? Has anybody gone to the Marvel? When does the Marvel movie open? Is it like a couple
What
weeks from
Marvel
now?
movie?
The Thunderbolts.
The Thunderbolts. Yeah.
I'm not sure when that one's gonna open up yet.
I'm really not jazzed to go. I got to tell you, I didn't go to the Red Hulk one either, or whatever that was.
the
new Captain America.
You didn't do the. I expected you to do the new Captain America.
I figured it would be on Disney before too long.
Yeah, I think it's for sale now, and then a month or two from now it'll be free.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if like I'm paying for Disney, I'm not watching it in the theater.
Exactly. I'm with you.
Yeah. And then the only reason I was paying for Disney is because they have the Mandalorian and some of that good stuff on. But I guess Andor is back.
Andor's back. I tried to watch the first episode. I wasn't thrilled with it.
I lost Andor last year when he got put in prison. And it was like really literally showing what prison life was like in Star Wars. And it just went on and on and on and on and on and on. And then they did another episode that went on and on. I was like, are you breaking out of prison or not? Because Clint Eastwood would already been out of prison by now.
Yeah, they released three Andor episodes. And I tried to watch one. It actually put me to sleep. So
you felt like Mike Davis.
Yeah, I did.
That's how I did.
Yeah.
That's
so it was like, I mean,
want to sleep.
Granted, it was closer to midnight, but which is 8 o'clock for you.
What time is midnight again?
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock for you.
Okay. All right.
I have a stupid story.
Give me a stupid story.
My stupid story is that the British government has decided that they want to unilaterally fix man-made climate change by dimming the sun over the 5th least sunny country on the globe.
Okay, Mr. Burns.
They want, literally, this is their plan. They want to seed clouds with aerosols to reflect UV rays to dim the sun over their country, which is the 5th least sunny country on the planet. Dumbest story of the week.
So if they had that kind of money, why wouldn't they just invest it in dentistry?
There is a side note to this.
Dentistry.
I get it.
Teeth.
I think vitamin D is why their teeth are that way.
That might be why their teeth are that. Yeah, you need some sun.
But here's the other major initiative that, again, I fall asleep to British politics. The other major initiative that they've put millions of pounds in.
Mm-hmm.
Solar energies for hospitals and schools.
And now they're going to darken the sun. That might be the dumbest story of the week.
Mm-hmm. That sounds very British.
I don't understand.
It sounds very British. I think today's the day Churchill was given the title of Sir.
The knighthood.
Yeah.
That's not a dumb story, though.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's not a dumb story. It just connected with
ancillary.
where it was on this day in history.
Blake, do you have a stupidest story of the week?
Oh, so there was one story that I just now saw, but I'm worried there might be too questionable. All right, fine.
He's only got 4 shows after this one. It's not like if he gets canceled, it'll take him.
The honor's right here.
All right, here we go.
That long to find it.
So the other sporting event going on tonight is taking place in Hollywood. It is
okay, stop.
Listen. So
Does this involve an influencer and a camera and a bunch of dudes?
Yeah, follow it.
Okay, yeah, we don't need to do that story.
We're gonna stop there.
Everyone knows that's a stupid story, and I can shorten it for you. Woman makes stupid decision with lots of men. So,
no, but it's not that.
Okay.
Oh, it's not that.
But definitely involves a fluid of some type.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's best we stop.
Yes.
I think your first decision was your best decision.
Yes, indeed. If you guys asked for me to elaborate on it,
You teased it.
Yeah.
All right, so
DM Blake if you want to hear that story.
DM Blake, he will give you the rest of the story.
No, I won't.
So I have a story out of Spain.
Yeah.
Right, in 2019, 16 years after the incident that caused a woman's speech impairment, the insurance company responsible for paying her disability benefits started reviewing her medical records and noticed that none of the specialists she had visited since 2009, an ophthalmologist, an orthopod, blah, 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 dermatologist, ologists, doctors, 3 of them, I can't pronounce them, had recorded her inability to speak in their reports. So they were paying her money for this speech issue she had where she couldn't speak anymore after this accident. They paid for 16 years. They finally took it to court. And the High Court of Andalusia ruled in favor of the insurance company, arguing that the evidence presented in court was valid and they no longer needed to pay the woman's disability benefits. It also rejected the woman's appeal to have the detective recording. Apparently, they recorded her speaking. And she said it was a clear violation of her constitutional rights if they caught her cheating at this. So she got paid $16,000, 16 years for being quiet, for not speaking.
Therapy that she
Now,
didn't.
first of all, I want to know what took the insurance company so long to figure out that a woman could speak. Like, I mean, and the fact that they thought she had the inability not to speak for 16 years was amazing to me. It had to be another woman in the insurance company covering for her, because any man that looked at this would have said, "There's no way. There's no way a woman cannot speak for 16 years."
Yeah, she couldn't. A woman that couldn't speak, she'd be married so quick.
With or without the boat.
Need to see
Florida man joke.
I need to see a picture
I
of the
need to see
boat.
a picture of the boat.
Send a picture of the boat.
No, I got that. It's like, there's just no way
I saw this
you can
movie.
fake that. What movie was it?
It's Donkey from Shrek.
Oh, okay.
He's pretending that he's not a talking donkey,
That's
so he
right.
wouldn't get taken by Farquaad's men.
Why do you have to say this woman's an ass? Why do you have to go there?
Because she cheated companies out of lots of money.
So I'm lost. What are we sending pictures of now?
Don't ask Blake that question. With Blake in the room, can you
He's still
please start?
DM Blake if you
He's
want.
still in the other story.
Yeah.
There's video.
We
We love you, Blake.
4 more left. 4 more left. 4
You
more
only have
left.
one
Only
more
one
left.
for
What
you.
is one?
Yeah.
You only got one. I made you belly laugh today at the beginning of the show. I haven't
Yeah.
done that in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever and ever.
Yeah. Yeah, but probably the last time as well on there.
You actually buy him a schmedium. I'm sure you'll belly laugh.
If I buy him a medium and he wears it in the studio, everyone else is going to be laughing.
I'll pass it on there if that happens. It's too tight.
Blood
It's too
circulation.
tight.
Yeah.
All right. You want to do some trivia, guys?
Let's
No.
do it. Let's do it.
All right. We
You
got
see if
some
I can
trivia.
close my
Phones
computer.
down and away.
I mean, I gave you guys a chance last week not being here.
Yes, you did.
Let's see.
Who won last week?
I know it wasn't me.
Was it
Amanda?
Wait,
I think Amanda.
did I
won.
host
Lenny?
it? No.
Was I here? I was here last week. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
remember it. I think
Yeah,
I was
Lenny.
there.
Yeah.
It was Lenny.
Lenny
I
got
wasn't here.
smoked. I think it was Amanda and Blake
I
who
think-
won last
They were
time.
battling it
That
out.
was Amanda.
Amanda
All right.
won. Okay. All right. Amanda, a
Mhm.
99-year-old Florida man,
Okay.
lifts weights for how many hours a day? He's a 99-year-old Florida man. How
Lifts
long
weights.
does he lift
How
weights
many
for?
hours a day?
Hint.
90.
It's way more than Tim O'Neill lifts in a week.
Oof. Okay.
Lifts what?
His ego.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, that's heavy.
I know.
It's a lot of weight.
Oh, that's
Let's
heavy.
see. 99?
Yeah. He's
How many
90
hours a
How
day?
many hours a day does he lift weights?
I want to say 6.9, but okay, I'll just go.
Do it.
6.9.
I'm gonna say 4.
I'm going to say
That's what I
3.
wanna say.
The answer is 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 hours. Now, some
Good
of
job,
this,
man.
he might have
That's
forgotten
the
what he
Florida man
lifted.
story we
Yeah.
didn't do today.
Did you know that story?
Yeah. I did hear about it, but
Yeah, you asked Florida Man stories. He researches for Friday's Florida Man
Yeah.
story, so
Okay.
he definitely has an advantage on us on those.
I'm sorry.
So,
It's okay.
RFK Jr. today
Oh, boy.
said that a teenager today has less testosterone than a man this age. How old was the man he was comparing to? So teenagers today, as an average, as a whole, have less testosterone than a man this age today.
I'm gonna say 69.
I'm going to say the testosterone of an 80-year-old man is still higher than those of a teenager.
You got 80, we got 69, we got 80.
I was going to say 62, of course. I'll just stick myself in the middle and say 70.
The actual answer is 68.
Oh,
A 68-year-old. And when I saw this, I figured everyone would just say 69. I didn't think you guys would get creative today, but I
Yeah.
figured everyone would just say that. All right. Yeah.
That's
kinda
pretty
that's
pretty
scary.
sad.
Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty
very
sad.
scary.
Yeah.
I
mean,
really worry about
I'm
that.
not understanding. I mean, I guess just the way
Blame
the-
OnlyFans.
Yeah. No, just no. That's with testosterone. I mean, I think it's video games and just being distracted by other things.
All right. Blake Blevins, advanced NASA technology has provided new insights into the historical and environmental conditions surrounding the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, believed to have occurred on Good Friday. So they went back and they looked at the stars and the lunar cycles, and they looked at a bunch of other conditions, weather conditions that might have happened around the time that Jesus died.
Okay.
So what month do they say that Jesus died? What month?
October.
I'll say April.
I really wish I would have hung out with those guys at the fairgrounds.
Jesus?
With it. No. I'm not that old. Actually, I'm older than he was when he died.
Yeah.
So
am I.
So you said April, you said October. I'm gonna go December.
December.
Yeah.
The actual answer is April.
Mm-hmm.
So they've, according to NASA, they've narrowed it down to 2 dates: April the 3rd, 33 AD, or April the 7th, 30 AD.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 dates that NASA has narrowed it down to.
Which is funny because that's what theologians and biblical scholars say. It was either 30 or 33.
Yeah. Yeah. There's we got the monks that lost 7 years somewhere in there. I don't know if you know that, but somewhere there's a 7 years missing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the time that JR was dead and then they brought him back. But
Yeah.
there's like a 7 years missing in there.
Yeah.
So yes. All right. Everybody's tied. We
Yes.
have 3 questions and everybody's tied. We've gone nowhere so far. And I haven't.
We're sharing the wealth.
we're
Much
sharing
like
it well.
much like the Democrats.
Yes.
In
Josh,
honor of
April
Lenny.
was the obvious answer. Yes. All right. So according to the Discern report, more than this percentage of U.S. adults admit to taking a pharmaceutical drug. Now, Troy, before you ask the question, it says pharmaceutical drug. It doesn't say weed.
I have
all
a
of that stuff.
prescription.
I know that you do, and your glaucoma is slowly improving. But what percentage of Americans are currently on a pharmaceutical drug?
Not including like aspirin for like aches and pains
Not
or anything
including
like
aspirin,
that.
a pharmaceutical
So-
prescribed drug.
Prescribed drugs only, so it's no,
So,
over the
Amanda, you're
counter.
I'm
first.
first.
You're
Yeah.
first.
I'm just gonna say 69.
I'm going to say, and we don't have an age range because obviously as you get older, it's probably going to be higher.
Yeah.
With blood pressure and everything like that. So I'm gonna say a little bit lower. I'm gonna go 59.
Okay.
I'm gonna go a little bit lower and say, so you were the lowest so
I'm
far.
59.
I'm gonna
She's
say
she's 69. I'm 59.
I'm gonna say 58.
The actual answer is 60%.
There you go.
Winning by a point yet again, Mr. Blevins.
I don't know
Buy
how
the
to-
network
I
and
don't know how to
suddenly
do
you're
it.
winning.
I don't know how to do the dance.
So according to this study, right, according to the survey, what percentage of U.S. adults are currently taking at least 4
Oh my.
pharmaceutical drugs?
Wow.
Oh my.
Well, you typically
Or
end up-
I think it's me first. So, but I'll let you talk in.
No,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
if you want to
Go
give me
ahead.
some advice
Okay.
here, I'm gonna go 31%.
I'm just gonna say 10%.
I'll say 31.
31. You said the exact same numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
31, 31, and
10.
10. The actual answer is 27.
Okay.
So you and Troy both get a point. So the
Good
other,
defense there.
it was really good defense.
I can learn on occasion.
Yeah.
So older Americans
Mhm.
are on more. So one study found that what percentage of older Americans took at least one prescription medication within the last 12 months?
Does
And
it
then-
give an age of what's considered older?
Well, let's say it says
AARP.
elderly, so let's assume north of 65.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a qualified AARP. I'm gonna say 88%.
I'll say
Not sure how many pills Big Mom takes right now. So
89.
Yeah. My
88, 89.
and I'll go on the other side. I'll say 87.
The actual answer, you guys are great. The actual answer is 89%.
You got it. She got
The
it.
actual answer is 89%.
Sorry, bud.
Yes. So
Wow.
Yep.
dang it, Grandma.
which I thought was it's a crazy number. But I mean, that's right now. If you go to the doctor, it seems like everything they want to do is want to give you a pill.
Yeah.
You know, take this, take this, take this, take this, take this. So,
My parents have like the whole packets.
Yeah.
You know, the Monday through Sunday little pill packets for each of them.
Bobby got a point on that one too, by the way. So
Is anyone putting in Lenny answers?
no one has put in a Lenny answer yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we said at the top of the show that since Lenny's not here, then the best liberal answer in the comments may or may not win a tile.
Yeah.
You want a Lenny answer on that one?
Yeah.
All of them should. How else is the business going to stay in business?
Too big to fail.
Because the government's
What's
going to
that
mandate you to
accent?
take it. We tried that a few years ago.
What's
Didn't
that
work out
accent
so
you're doing,
well.
Dad?
All right.
That was Lenny.
That was Lenny. Is it Troy up first right now? Who's up? Amanda's up
it's
first.
Amanda.
I think
Amanda's
it's
up
me.
first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I answered last.
We might as well get. So, good luck with this one, Amanda.
Great.
How many fans showed up to watch the Marlins home game on April the 15th? How many fans showed up to the Marlins home game? It's probably what, a 40, 50,000 seat
It's about
stadium.
50,000.
Yeah.
Mm,
Don't go over 50.
got it. I'd say
1,000.
I'll say 6,900.
All right.
I'm gonna go with 8,800.
So who's opponent again?
I didn't say, just the Marlins home game.
Damn. All right.
Trying to see if it's the other team's fans.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
more likely,
there's-
more
like,
likely
Once,
probably
it
is.
wasn't
Like,
the
if
Yankees,
it's
I know
the
that.
If it's the Yankees,
Or
Dodgers, or
Sox.
Cardinals,
If it's the White Sox, then you're gonna have a miserable
then it'll
time.
be 8.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna say 300. I'm gonna say 7,374.
7,374.
I said 8,800.
Did you see the answer over here on my piece of paper? The answer is 7,324. So Blake is not getting that point.
So
Amanda,
I'm the next
you're
closest
the
without
next
cheating.
closest. If
I
you had
appreciate
just-
you admitting
it was just too close. When he was one digit off, I'm like, oh gosh.
It was.
Hang on,
I knew it was bad. So
It's
We
like,
gotta start putting fake
I think
answers
the
on
ju-
there bigger than the real answers.
Yes.
I think the jumbo shrimp almost get that. That's pretty
Yeah.
I,
sad.
I know Bobby's been to at least 7,324 jumbo
He's
shrimp
season
games.
ticket holder.
Yep.
I think I remember going to like a Duval County Schools Day where where basically like all the elementary schools and all the middle schools came to the games. That still had a higher attendance than that Marlins games.
And it's a nice stadium.
Yeah.
It's not nothing special, but it's
Yeah.
a nice stadium.
Yeah.
We
down
went
there.
their inaugural year. I had the T-shirt for a while, then I
Oh.
grew out of it.
Wait, hold on.
The palm trees in center field.
Yeah. The first year that they were the jumbo shrimp, or the first year.
Marlins.
Marlins.
Mhm.
All right.
I don't think I have the shirt anymore. It might be in a box.
You're
somewhere
doing
at
a
my
great
mom's house.
stall while you're leading.
He's
It's
talking.
an
I'm just
amazing
chilling.
stall while you're leading.
I'm just chilling.
All right, so the world's nuclear powers.
Mhm.
Which country in the world has the most nuclear weapons?
Is it me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say China.
Which country has the most nuclear wars?
Most nuclear warheads, yep.
United States.
United States.
The actual answer is Russia.
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 No, I was between China and Russia.
Russia has 5,580. The United States has 5,044. China has 500.
Oh, that's it.
Okay?
Okay.
So who is the
Still enough to destroy
Who's
the
the-
entire world.
Just need
who's the
one.
fourth place country?
Fourth
Which
place.
country in the world has the fourth most nuclear weapons?
Israel.
I saw a map like forever ago and trying to remember. I'm gonna say randomly India.
I'm gonna go with India.
The actual answer, believe it or not, of all the places is France.
Oh, okay.
France has 290.
They never got around to
country that
decommissioning
surrenders
them.
the
Yeah.
most.
Yes, the country that surrenders the most has 290.
And
The
damn you,
UK
Benedict.
has 225.
Yeah.
India 172, Pakistan 170. Sounds like they're there's a little
They're
bit
going
of
to be
Measuring.
close.
there's some bomb envy right there.
When they
There's-
divorced, did they split them in half? Is that what happened?
No. They both developed them independently off somebody else's tech that they stole, but Israel has 90. Israel, which pretty much you don't need that many to destroy Iran, but they have 90.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got that. I was like, it's really kind of interesting. Russia still has the most nuclear warheads.
So
Yeah.
we've had to decommission a bunch of ours. They just aged out. That's why we fell below Russia.
I can't believe China only has 500.
That was kind of amazing too.
Yeah.
That was really, really amazing. So I'm rolling through. Oh, question of the day. This is 100%. And Kathy, I did give you a point for the Russia answer. All right, Oakland has a new mayor. I think this is the 4th mayor they've had in a couple of years. They recalled a mayor. They had a new
Sounds
mayor.
like presidents
So
down
she
in
came
Peru.
up with a brilliant idea to solve all of Oakland's problems.
Bring back the
It's a
athletics.
she.
No, they've lost all of their sports teams, which is terrible and horrible. But she wants to raise the minimum wage to what dollar per hour?
Oh, dang it.
What dollar per hour does she want to
Is it you or
raise
me?
She's
I
in
think it's
Oakland.
me.
Okay.
It was 5 for 15. I'm just gonna say it's $30.
69. Oh,
Amanda's at 30,
I'm going to go 25.
25.
Nice.
Blake,
I'm gonna say $24.99.
$24.99.
Trapped.
Oakland's mayor thinks a $50 minimum wage, $50 an hour minimum
where
wage
can I
would
go?
solve all of
Oh,
the
wait.
problems.
That was the punchline,
Okay,
though.
how is that not your craziest story of the week?
'Cause it was
You
a-
went with the one from Spain,
Because
and
this
that
is
is the most insane
it
thing I've
is,
heard
but it was
today.
a great question. It was a great
You didn't
question.
want to lose it as a
I
question.
didn't want to lose it as a question, so
That's
I
the most
saved it.
insane shit
I
I've heard.
saved that.
But that was the joke when the fight for 15 was a big thing. Conservatives on the right were like, okay, so why not make it 50? And that was always the answer back for the fight for 15. Like, if people need more money and you can just arbitrarily set the number, why not make it 50? And now she's literally doing it. She's become the
Okay,
meme.
I know nothing of this woman. What did she do before she became mayor? Was she in any type of business?
OnlyFans is a business.
Golden State Warrior cheerleader.
I'm trying to find.
What's her name? I'm gonna
I
have to
don't- I
go.
don't have the name on
I'm
here.
about to go down a tangent on this one.
After serving House of Representatives, former California Rep Barbara Lee
Barbara Lee.
became mayor-elect of Oakland, proving lessons hadn't been learned following the long line of leftist leaders driving the Golden State into a ditch. Lee advocated for a $50 an hour minimum wage as a plan to deal with economic hardship. That means that people would be making like $127,000 on minimum wage.
I'll
She
do
still
it.
won't be able to get anybody to get off of welfare and get a
They
job.
won't get off welfare, and all it will do is welfare is probably indexed in California to the minimum wage. So if I had to guess, I'm guessing that it's really just a way to get welfare up indexed
That's
off minimum wage.
absolutely insanity.
Yes,
It's the meme.
yes. Which magazine published an article last week that said the Bible doesn't say Jesus was nailed to the cross? Which magazine last week said the Bible doesn't say Jesus was nailed to the cross?
I thought all magazines were already nailed to the cross and no longer,
There's not.
And no longer-
There's still some.
and no longer
There's still some.
existed.
There is still a few.
Is it me?
It's
Yes,
you.
it's you.
Okay, it's me. GQ.
This definitely doesn't feel like a highlights magazine article. Definitely not. Probably Playboy.
I hope
One he
not.
knows. Playboy?
GQ Playboy.
No,
Are you going Playboy?
fine, I'll go Playboy.
Okay. I'll do Nat Geo.
Sadly, and they had to offer an apology this week after publishing this last week. Christianity Today.
Kiss my
Christianity
donkey.
Today.
Wow.
Yes.
That was my next guess. See,
Christianity
when I ask
Today.
trivia questions and I give the answer, you'll always hear, I told you.
I told you.
Even if you know there's no way in hell that person knew that.
Christianity Today. Amanda with 5, Troy with 3, Blake with 1, Bobby with 1, Kathy with 1, Josh with 1, Keely with 1. So there was I managed to do a lot of keeping up with some of the
Good
numbers
job.
on there.
That's
so
hard.
It was well, without me laughing at Lenny so much, I could pay attention to what everyone else was saying.
Yep.
I
Should
know.
have said 69 for the first.
Christianity Today.
That's wild.
They used to be
So
a
that's-
Christian magazine.
I'm
not
gonna
quite
I'm gonna
sure.
be reading about Barbara Lee in between shows.
Yes.
So I gotta find out.
She's a colossal knucklehead.
Yeah,
That's all I can
that's
tell.
outrageous.
Yeah, $50 an hour. That Rush Limbaugh said that years ago when they were
Yeah.
trying to raise
She
it.
knows
to like
she doesn't
7 or
make that
10.
as
He said,
much.
Just pick a number. It doesn't matter.
She probably doesn't make that being the mayor.
No,
Yeah, because it
No.
can't be
Maybe
that
that's
much.
why she's trying to
There
get
can't
herself
be-
a raise.
yeah, that might be what she's trying to do.
no, no. I know.
Yeah.
My brother just called and then realized it was not 6 o'clock yet.
All right.
He's only got another week to do that to me. It's Rhett. He's been
Right,
calling me for forever. So you're like, yeah, I'll yeah, so much. Melissa, I will miss trolling you, Mike. Melissa, I love that you troll the show.
Yeah.
I love that. It's awesome. All right, look, you guys have a wonderful weekend, but you have Bollocks
We got
tonight,
Bollocks tonight.
without Sans Lenny.
Yeah, so we're doing, because the NFL draft tonight, we're doing draft bust and great draft picks. You'll obviously know what the number one best draft pick 6th rounder is.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Tom
there's no competition. So we're going to start at 2
Yeah.
on that one as far as a great draft pick.
Who
So
was your biggest bust? Ryan Leaf or which Jaguar pick?
Jaguars, they haven't really been as notable as like Ryan Leaf. Like,
well,
We did pick a quarterback and then try to make him a receiver and then let him play quarterback and then let him go.
I
So
think
that was horrible.
the guy, the offensive lineman, because that draft was so amazing. In the '89 draft, Tony Monor, I don't know how to say his last name. He was with the
no.
Monorinovich or something like
that.
He was an offensive
Tony
lineman.
Manarich. Tony Manarich.
Manarich. But he was in the draft. The person picked behind him is who I think is one of the greatest, was Barry Sanders. But
Okay.
but in that draft, he was number 2.
Yep.
Aikman was 1. He was 2. Barry Sanders was 3. Derek Thomas, amazing defensive player, was 4. And Dion was 5.
Wow.
They passed on all these guys for a guy who ended up having drug issues and everything else. It's like they did. Green Bay really laid an egg on that one.
Yes.
So I think as far as like worst draft pick of all time, and it has to do more with who's behind him than the actual pick itself. Ryan Leaf was just a nutball. So
Yes. And I just threw him out there. There's been plenty.
no,
busts.
he's definitely makes the list.
He had plenty of busts.
I definitely think Jamarcus Russell was the worst quarterback than Ryan Leaf, but Ryan Leaf did have the reputation of Russell didn't have the reputation of Ryan Leaf.
Yeah.
Are you tomorrow morning show? Are you on the morning show tomorrow?
Not tomorrow, but probably we'll be on it once or twice next week.
Once or twice next week. Okay.
I'll be on the show in the morning.
You'll be on.
Yeah.
And the DO will be here.
Yes.
Director of Operations.
Director
DO.
of
Yeah.
Operations.
All right. Who's quickly catching up on the things that he was talking about that we told him not to catch up on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
All right.
checking in on the other thing that we said don't
Yes.
say on air.
Yeah. You guys tune in next week. We will have 4 fabulous shows. The Fab 4 will be next week. Got some really good guests coming in. Some
Awesome.
really good guests coming in.
It'll be
We're
good.
going to have a lot of fun. We're going to enjoy it. We'll see you guys. Enjoy the weekend.
Bye.
Bye, guys.